This is bullying that led to murder.
Just over 3 weeks ago, Carson was late coming home, so his grandfather, who mostly raised him, went out looking for the boy.
He was struggling for air.
And found him here, being attended to by first responders.
When I found him in the park, he was still breathing, but he was laying on the cement all by himself in the middle of the park in the dark. And they couldn't save him.
A series of photos and videos showing his ordeal have circulated on social media. One caption read, "Carson almost died, LOL."
And they're just laughing and taking videotapes.
The story has stirred outrage and disbelief, especially since no arrests have yet been made. Tanya Fletcher brings us the emotion from today's funeral.
The service started, people stood, and it was silent. Carson's hockey team sat in a row wearing their jerseys, the end chair empty where Carson would have sat, his number 14 jersey draping the chair instead. The emotion was evident as the pastor addressed the questions that have no answers.
There simply isn't an answer to why. How are we going to get ahead? How are we going to go on?
Then came the stories of his childhood and stories of his school days.
Carson had a presence in our building. His energy, volume, and jokes would always indicate his whereabouts, something we grew to love about him.
One thread from all of those stories, the laughter, especially from his father. He spoke of their laughter while shooting hoops, while playing video games, while planning the future together.
He'd always say he wants to be a veterinarian. He wanted nothing more than to be a good friend to people.
The music filling in when the words fell short. And not only memories, but also messages. Messages to Carson himself.
If you're listening, baby, we are so sorry. Carson, if you were here right now, I would just want to give you a big hug and tell you how much I love you.
And also messages to the community from his mother.
I feel that there's a real need for a change to happen in our world, so this doesn't happen again to some other child.
Her message was echoed outside the walls of the church auditorium.
He was so young and he had such a life ahead of him. It just shouldn't have been taken away. And everyone just wants to show their support and show that it was so messed up and that it's going to make a change.
And those messages extended all the way to the skate park behind the school. Every day at sunset, people are drawn here to the makeshift memorial to light candles. Some who knew him.
Feels nice to be with him, to see the pictures.
Others who didn't know him at all.
There's people from all over the Lower Mainland who've shown up here just to pay their respects. Because this is.
And Tanya Fletcher joins us now from Langley. There is grief here for sure, Tanya, but also people want those who did, who just watched and took pictures held accountable. Bring us up to date on the police investigation.
Yeah, as we mentioned, there have been no arrests in this case, but we spoke with Langley RCMP today. They said they've taken more than 40 witness statements in this case, and they've received more than 100 tips in total. The big question is, because there was video evidence of what happened, is could there be charges? Did anything criminal happen? And RCMP, it's believed they will be using a lot of those social media videos to look through their investigation. They do so say it will take likely a long time, though, and we don't know when those charges could come forward, if at all, Ian.
And the police themselves are under investigation for their conduct the night of Carson's death. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's right. So BC's police watchdog is investigating Langley RCMP themselves because we recently learned that the first 911 call came from someone who'd seen one of the Snapchat videos at home. They became concerned. They called 911. And so officers were initially deployed here after that call to the Langley skate park. But they took a look around. They said they didn't see anything. They didn't find Carson, so they left. It was about 2 hours later, around 10 p.m., that Carson was discovered about 500 meters from here. So the Independent Investigations Office will be investigating now to determine whether police actions or perhaps their inactions might have contributed to Carson's death.
Tanya Fletcher in Langley this evening. Thank you.